good morning
Hiya.
and welcome to your Tuesday this morning.
Now, you may call it a scone, you may call it a scone, you might put the cream on top of the jam or maybe underneath it, but today we have a scone expert in the studio. Stand by.
Well, Sarah Merker has been on a decade-long search for the nation's finest scone, having tried and tested 400 scones at 244 different National Trust cafes.
So the big question is, after leaving no scone unturned, has she
I can
found
hear
it?
people screaming, say scone!
I know.
Say scone!
I know, and get your thumb out. Seriously, get your thumb out, because Twitter's calling for your response to this, so away you go, because, and it's lovely to see you. Thank you. For
Welcome,
joining us.
welcome.
So this is 10 years of research, and you know that after 10 years of research, you still won't have sorted this out.
Oh no, you can never get to the bottom of the scone conundrum, right? It'll run on forever. There's so much contention around scones.
There really is. So what started this? Why did you decide to do it?
I joined the National Trust and I wanted to get my money's worth. I wanted to make sure that I got out and about and visited some places. So I started a blog called nationaltrustscones.com, wrote a post about each property as I went, and I thought I'll have a scone and I'll give the scone a little score out of 5 as I go as a common thread. And yeah, 10 years later, here I am.
Here you are.
So this started with your husband, didn't it?
Correct. So Pete and I joined the National Trust together. He was a little bit bemused by this project, I think, when I started, but he, very supportive, went along with it. And then he got ill in 2016 with cancer and passed away in 2018.
So.
And you've just finished the round circle.
Yes.
You've just gone back to where you both started.
Well, Giant's Causeway, Pete and I had been to it before we joined the National Trust. So when I was trying to decide where I should finish the project, I thought, I need to go back somewhere where he had been. And it was amazing. I mean, it was great to do that. So
I
yeah.
bet. So, what makes a good scone or scone?
Really simple, Holly. It just needs to be fresh, right?
Okay.
If it's fresh baked today, it takes a lot to ruin a fresh scone. After that, you get into things like the rise and you know how much air you've got in there and whether it's fluffy and all that kind of thing. But fresh is the key.
There's no secret of the fact that I grew up in Cornwall. And so there is a very specific way. I mean, it has to be jam first, cream on top. If it's not, it's plain wrong, and I don't care what anybody says, and I'll stand by that. And I know that the other way is the Devon way, and that's fine if you're in Devon. The two things, the principal things to discover, is it scone or scone? Which is it?
Well, for me, it's scone. Look, scone is where you're from. You have very little choice in that, right? So my dad's Scottish, I'm scone.
Right.
You're scone, OK.
And the jam and the cream?
Well, it's actually a logistical thing, right? Because Devon cream is thicker, so therefore it forms more like a butter when you put it on the scone. So that's why in Devon they put cream first, because it's kind of thicker. And
Thicker than clotted cream? Thicker than Rodders?
No. Well, Cornish cream is a little gloopier, right? So it's a little harder to put that on first and then put jam on top.
That's the first time I've heard an explanation that makes sense to that question,
Phillip,
I would say.
he doesn't believe me.
I believe you. You mentioned a scone or scone that you'd had that was your favourite ever, and honestly it made my mouth water. And where was it you had this? This was Treasurer's House, wasn't
Treasurer's House in York, yeah.
So what was it? Just describe it again.
Well, the National Trust does like a sweet scone and a savoury scone in every property, right? And then occasionally you get a scone of the month. And I went to Treasurer's House at Christmas and they were doing a Christmas pudding scone with brandy butter.
I mean...
Oh, nice.
I need to try that now. That's like combines two of my... Anything with a raisin in, I'm a fan of. I love Christmas pudding and brandy butter.
White Cliffs of Dover?
Yes, that now. A National Trust scone at the White Cliffs of Dover, there's a lot of pressure on that, and it was fantastic. I mean, they didn't let me down, so yeah, I really recommend that one.
OK, well, listen, you've tried them everywhere. I know the Giant's Causeway was very nice, Needles on the Isle of Wight, the Felfoot in the Lake District. However, you've never tried this morning.
I haven't.
Scone's gone. So I'm going to offer you one now. You take this plate. And I think one of them might not have cream in. Oh, no, they've all got cream in. That's
This is prepared by Julia. Julia won't ever show herself on the telly.
Okay.
She is our home ec.
Can I
She
take
is
one?
brilliant.
Yes,
she has cooked
absolutely.
these to Phil Vickery's recipe, I think. I have a bit of a problem if there's too much baking soda in them because it gets caught on the back of your teeth. I always think that's not very nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm quite fussy.
So what are you looking for here as the expert?
Well, looking at it first of all, you can see this is actually, it's got a nice little rise on it. It's got a mouth on it as well.
What's
so
a mouth?
A mouth is when the scone has kind of risen a bit and it kind of separates a little bit and you get a little crack in the side of the scone, so that's the mouth. So that's what you get. So I'm trying to eat this very elegantly, which is gonna work.
I know.
So
Well, welcome to our world, eating on the telly. Everybody avert your eyes where she just has a little...
Sultanas or no sultanas?
Now, there's another whole area.
Yes?
I like this.
Oh, good. Well, you normally
It
score
is
out of
very
5.
good.
So what would you give that one?
I'd be giving that a 5. Holly.
Yes!
Yeah?
There you go. Well
Really
done.
good.
Well
We've
done,
got-
everyone. Yay!
We've got some others here from actually National Trust just down the road. Osterley Park.
This is your favourite,
Now,
isn't it?
next to the traditional, a cheesy one, if it's a good one, is fine by me.
Me too.
Do you like a cheesy
Ham
one? I'm
House
not into cheesy ones.
is near Twickenham. I think there's a man there that you can still pay and go across you pay the ferryman.
Yeah,
you go
correct.
across on the ferry.
Oh, delicious. I can't eat the cream, so I've just whipped that off the top. Good? Very good.
Yeah.
We did a poll, and the poll was, do you put jam first or cream first? What do you reckon? Which one do you reckon scores higher?
As I'm near Phil, I'm going to say jam first for safety.
Jam first for safety. I can tell you it is, in fact, 80% put
Jam first. There we go.
So there you
we
go.
go.
That's it. You were
Yeah.
right.
I mean, obviously not a very scientific poll, but because I don't know how many people did it, 12 probably, but 7,739.
That's a big poll.
That is a big poll.
Thank you very much. Really nice
What's
to meet
next for you? It's National Pie Week this week, so what about starting with pies?
No one told me that.
Yeah.
That's where I'll go next.
Starting
another challenge.
on this morning in National Pie Week, we'll see you in a year. Go and
10
taste the
years.
pies of the UK. Thank you.
Thank
No,
you.
thank you
Thank
both.
you very much.
Right, lots on the way today, including an Italian escape with Gino.
What I really want to know, why Sardinian cork is so special. And how many corks you produce a day?
More or less every day we produce 2 million corks.
No, stop. He's at a cork factory. It's cork, a wine cork factory in Sardinia. There's more from Gino and his questionable pronunciation just after 11. You can start the music again now. There we are.
From Italian food to French fashion, Louise Rose helping you look très chic as she shares her guide to dressing like a Parisian. And you look straight out of Emily in Paris today. I love your outfit.
Thank you. It might be National Pie Week, but it is also Paris Fashion Week. So I'm going to be showing you how to dress like the chicest women in the world, but on a massive budget.
Lovely, thank you. Alex Hollywood is back in the kitchen to add some spice to your weekend meal. If you're planning something for the weekend, you could have it during the week as well if you wanted to. What are you making today?
I'm going to be making a Peruvian-style chipotle buttered chicken with a salsa verde. It's delicious and it's so simple. Honestly, it takes minutes to throw together.
I wandered over earlier on and just nicked a little bit of that crust.
And
It's nice.
Just gorgeous.
it's delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, yummy. All right, we'll be with you in a bit. Thank you.
Also on today's show, he's back to answer more of your money questions. Martin Lewis will be here to take your calls at 10:25.
And she's back on our screens as DS Jen Townsend ahead of the return of ITV drama The Bay. We'll be joined by the star of the series, Marsha Thomason, at 10:40.
And he went from child star to the director of some of Hollywood's biggest blockbusters. We'll be speaking to Dexter Fletcher about his incredible career. That's at 11:20.
Also today, Deirdre's here with us and we'll be taking calls in the phone-in. So Deirdre, who would you like to hear from this morning?
Well, anyone who's ever said something which has caused great offence or really hurt someone's feelings. Sometimes you post something on social media and think, why did I do that? That was a terrible mistake. Or maybe you said something in the family. Sometimes, I know, like, but you comment on your grown-up children's parenting, or you say something to a partner that they just can't get over, or you say something to a friend and they retreat into a complete huff, they're hurt or they're really angry with you. It can cause a rift for decades, sometimes within families, sometimes with friends. So if you've said anything you regret, and you're thinking, how can I make this up? How can I smooth this over now? Or perhaps someone said something to you that really hurt you, you can't get over it, but on the other hand, you're missing someone you love. Give us a call, because we're here to help.
All right, so if Deirdre can help you repair your relationship, give us a call for free on 08000 30 40 44. Download our free This Morning app to get involved. Please get in touch by 11:15 today, and you must be 18 or over.